नमस्कार। प्रतिदिन अखबार संपादकीय ऑडियो में आपका स्वागत है। Sunny, also cloudy, the Times of India. Guardians of Seas. Why ISRO is reaching for the sun. Now the full editorial. Sunny, also cloudy, the Times of India. India's space adventures are world beating, but overall quality of science is yet to soar. ISRO's maiden solar mission Aditya L1 has reached its target vantage point. From here, it will help improve the whole world's understanding of how our star works. But the overall state of Indian science remains sub station. ISRO inspiration. India's space agency has made a habit of making history. On New Year's Day, it successfully launched a satellite to study the likes of black holes. Only the second such mission after NASA's as much public interest as these projects are attacking. It should be many-fold more. So they can inspire countless students to pursue science themselves. But how supportive a research environment shall they encounter? ISC preparation. The Indian Science Congress has been taking place for over 100 years, but government's withdrawal of funding has circuited it this year. The event has not been in the best of health, with its pseudoscience controversies making more headlines in recent years. But a country country chock block with ailing STEM institutions need to treat them as fixer uppers. Arbitrary burials will only worsen science shortfalls. NRF ambition. Yes, these shortfalls remain significant even as India proudly becomes only the world's fourth country to land a spacecraft on a moon. That is why there are massive expectations vested in the newly instituted National Research Foundation with a matching massive corpus of 50,000 crore of 5 years. The obstacle to fulfilling the vision of transforming India's research and innovation landscape and reset it as a knowledge economy cannot be overstated either. East Asia comparison. How creaky is the grant ecosystem has here compared to not just developed countries but also the newly emerged economies of East Asia. Complaints of bureaucratic hurdles to research progress are lagging. Even elite scientific institutes such as IITs and IIScs suffer from painfully unpredictable administration by central agencies. Funding delays regularly hinder projects. Limited capacity to handle a great many projects in a timely and meritorious manner really makes a scientific laggard out of it. Potent calculation. The US National Science Foundation, on which India's NRF is model, can boast its grant having supported over 260 Nobel laureate at some point in their careers or throughout their careers. It is only this kind of ambition that can deliver the transformation India needs. Exponential prosperity gains will come only when the world's piggybacks on our patents instead of the other way round. Guardians of Seas. Indian Navy's anti-piracy operations have been crucial in keeping a key maritime route safe for everyone. On Friday evening, India's Navy successfully prevented a hijack of a merchant vessel by pirates in North Arabian Sea. It was not the first such instance. The Navy has for 15 years played a critical role in just preventing attempts at capture to merchant vessels by pirates, but also deterring attempts by escorting ships through a transit corridor. Maritime highway drives trade. The story of global trade after the World War II rests mainly on the creation of maritime highways, which account for about 80% of mercantile trade by volume. Therefore, keeping these highways safe is in the interest of all countries. 2008, the backpoint shipping insurance premiums influenced the volume of trade in 2008. Lloyd Market Association Lloyd's Market Association declared Gulf of Aden as a war risk area after pirate attack hit a record high. An immediate result was a surge in insurance premiums. Indian Navy stepped up. The Navy got into the act and began to deploy ships in Gulf of Aden and on anti-piracy duty from late 2008. The positive global spillover of efforts by countries such as India to provide naval escort to merchant vessels flying under any flag is used. The deterrent effect on piracy is hard to estimate, but if shipping premiums were kept under control, Indian Navy would have had a role to play. Sea lanes need to be free. The United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, which was adopted in 1982, is referred to as a constitution for oceans. More than 150 countries signed up, and a key principles of UNCLOS is to keep the maritime highway free and safe for shipping. That they have largely remained that way owes something to the efforts of Indian Navy. Why ISRO is reaching for the sun? Aditya L1, India's solar observatory spacecraft, was at its destination on January 6th. Here is a lowdown on the mission and its potential to impact life on Earth. Chetan Kumar. Not many moons after Chandrayaan 3 gentle lunar touchdown, ISRO's workhorse PSLV launched as Aditya L1, India's solar sentinel, on September 2, 2023, and after a miraculously planned 126-day journey, India's first solar space observatory on Saturday arrived at its destination. The Lagrange point point one L1, from where it will unravel the mysteries of the sun. Aditya L1, reaching the vantage point some 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, comes on the heels of India's launching ExpoSat X-ray polarimeter satellite, which among other things will help scientists understand black holes better. Aditya's journey. The satellite has traversed well over 3.5 million kilometers to reach its final destination. That's 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, thanks to a roundabout why it had to take a complete its journey safely. While L1 is really far from Earth, nearly four times the distance to the moon, it is still very far from the sun, which is some 150 million kilometers away from our planet. Indigenous capability. With the journey now complete, maintaining the spacecraft at the L1 point will demonstrate India's and maturing capabilities in advanced space technologies. The mission highlights indigenous expertise in launch vehicle, satellite fabrication, guidance, navigation, and control al- algorithms required for such an ambitious solar observation mission. Strategic location. The L1 point provides an uninterrupted view of the sun, unmatched by low Earth orbit satellite. Lagrange points in space refer to positions where objects remain stationary. These allow continuous solar monitoring that can study solar storms and activity that impact Earth. Positioning a satellite at this gravitationally stable location gives it a privileged vantage point to observe the sun and inner solar system. Why study the sun? Among many reasons, studying the sun is important because it helps understand the rest of the universe. Several physical processes that occur elsewhere in the universe can be examined in detail on the sun. Solar astronomy teaches a lot about stars, planetary systems, galaxies, and the universe itself. And why from sun? The sun emits radiation in nearly all wavelengths, along with various energetic particles and magnetic fields, but Earth's atmosphere blocks a number of harmful wavelength radiations, including particles and fields, which means instruments from Earth will not be able to carry out solar studies based on these radiations. Understanding space weather data from an observatory parked at L1 can help better predict solar storms and coronal mass ejections that can damage satellites, disrupt in communication, and GPS signals, pose radiation hazards for astronauts, and interact with Earth's magnetic field to cause widespread electric blackouts. Monitoring solar weather phenomena is key to building predictive model and taking migrations measures. Solar physics research Aditya is expected to provide high quality data to study the solar dynamo and the solar cycle, explore mechanism for coronal heating, characterize solar wind acceleration mechanism, probe the source for space radiation and galactic cosmic rays, and several other areas of solar and space physics. Uninterrupted coverage can provide new insights into the non-linear process that can drive space weather. Global collaboration as part of international multi-point observations effort to improve solar farm forecasting and space weather monitoring capabilities. An Indian or observatory can provide complementary data from the L1 vantage point. It can enable collaborative science project and open up strategic partnership with space agencies of other countries. Also invested in fundamental space research, safeguarding space assets. Observations from L1 provide vital storm warming to safely ma- man- maneuver expensive satellite is in high orbits and onboard astronauts to minimize radiation's exposure risk. Monitoring solar weather to safeguard space assets. India has satellites worth thousands of crores operating in various orbits, and this number will only go up in increasing critical given our deep dependence on space-based services. Public outreach. The mission also provides an existing opportunity to increase public awareness of space weather and conveys how the sun and earth are as interconnected system directly affect technologies and infrastructure that society real r- relies heavily upon. Engaging the public can inspire students to pursue career in space science and technology. Thank you.